How do you do, people? I'm Aaron with Munch, Puppy Pot and Chill, 731, I think. And I feel like garbage. I mean, I feel horrible. I don't think I got the Rona anymore because my taste and smell are just fine. But man, I don't. I have no energy. I feel like shit. So I wasn't even gonna do a puppy pot and chill, to be honest. But I wanted to get high, and then I realized there was a bunch of shit that I have written down that I'd like to talk about. So I figured, fuck it, let's suck it up and power through another puppy pot and chill. And I'm gonna do just oh my god, look how quickly my hairline is just marching back. Oh well, fuck it. That's what happens when you get old. Anyway, I am gonna suck it up, and I'm just gonna try to read through and skim over a bunch of the news to try to let you know what's going on, and then I'm gonna go back to laying down and slowly dying. All right, so once my camera stops wobbling, camera stop. All right, puppy pot and chill 731. I do have my bowl loaded. I do plan on smoking. I don't know how good I'm going to do at this. Jesus Christ, I just had a hot flash come across me. Woo. All right, let's just jump in. First things first, the hit. It's finally starting to happen in some countries, including England, are ending the lockdowns and mandates. Right on, yeah? Well, for some people, no. They're saying, how could you do this? All those unvaxxed infecting others, and I still can't believe that grown-ups and adults have to be told to mind their own fucking business. Stay in your lane, leave other people alone, but it's just not me thinking and saying it anymore. It's many others. You know, they want you to mind your own fucking business. Leave them alone. They made their decision. You make your decision. Go on living life. New York City, a place where police cannot stop looters or rioters, arrest several people, including a child, for not having their paperwork and permission from the government and on their vax papers. Yeah, we can let violent criminals out, but man, if you don't have your vax papers, you're fucked. Carhart says that even though the SCOTUS, Supreme Court of the United States, has said that the mandates are unconstitutional, Carhart says openly that all of their employees will be vaxxed, even though the SCOTUS said no. There was backlash from this, as many said that Carhart should be boycotted or banned for their actions that are hurting people. Not a good look, Carhart. Look, when the Supreme Court says these are unconstitutional, you may want to listen to the Supreme Court, because that's what the people listen to. Not your fucking stupid tweets. You're not that special, Carhart. I don't care. Now, it now appears that China will attack Taiwan and Russia will attack Ukraine in approximately the same time. Apparently, this is a strategy, the best way to pull these wars off. What do I mean? Well, one of them, I don't know who. One of them is going to start, and the other one's going to be like, all right, game on. It's not what I want to happen, but that's what I think is going to happen. Either Russia's going to invade Ukraine and China's going to be like, time to go Taiwan, or China's going to invade Taiwan and Russia's going to be like, time to go into Ukraine. And how can they do this? Because our president's a weak pile of shit. Let me see here. What do I got? This is about people who don't have to follow rules, laws, or policies because they're special. You know, I get that. A lot of people think they're entitled to more than other people. People are being triggered by the Joe Rogan show. trying to say that if he brings an honest doctor and gets some truths that some people don't like, they now want him to bring back another doctor to debunk what he found when he found the truth the first time. So in other words, Joe Rogan brings on a good, honest doctor. They talk about truth, and then people on the other side are like, all right, you found out the truth, but that's not what I like, so I want you to bring on another doctor and debunk the truth. Yes, this is what they want. Not just the truth, they want you to go beyond that. Hear the answer that you want to hear, even if it means using a dishonest doctor that either lies or covers the truth, or worse, says nothing at all. Kind of like knowing there's a bomb in a building and you just walking out, saving yourself but not telling anyone else to save them. Yeah, it's a level of shitty like that. Let me see here. If I'm going to cough, I might as well take a hit. Oh boy. Along with locking everything down, taking rights away from people, jailing children for not having vax papers, and then calling other people names and putting them into groups, calling them like Jim Crow advocates, when the right isn't doing any of what they're claiming. It's the Democratic left that's doing it, right in front of everybody. They do it, then they lie about it, mainstream media props it up, and because people don't dig, they believe it. Just like that, boom, you have a new narrative and a new truth, all without having to do anything but lie. I think the end of the power grab is drawing near because of the Omicron variant. Along with the end of pandemic power grab comes a desperation from mainstream media and the Democratic left, as they now are scrambling and squabbling over the few remaining scraps of money and power. The desperation shows with the loss of the voter bill that the Dems were trying to ram down everybody's throat to change voter rules to benefit the Democratic left. Because that failed, the left is panicking. They wanted to change the rules. They wanted to move the goalposts again midstream to help them win. And when that failed, they said because it failed, everything's going to be illegitimate. How can they know that already? Unless it was them that was trying to rig the game. That's the only way they could know. And they seem pretty positive. The loss proves the election is rigged and no good. You know, this is the big desperation play. Calling foul after losing fair and square. They didn't get the bill passed. They claim to have already been cheated into a loss before a single vote could be even cast. This is 2 years away. 2+ years away. And they're already saying, no, we're going to get fucked. Because we lost fair and square here. That means that they're going to rig it and we're going to lose down the line. How can they know that? How can they know that? Unless they are the ones rigging it. I still have a hard time wrapping my head around the people that get triggered when other people don't wear face masks. Wait for it. Not at work. Not at schools. Not at museums or any other public place. Nope. There's a group of people out there that get triggered by other people that don't wear face masks in a Zoom meeting. Like this. Video. So that means if they watched my video because I'm not wearing a face mask, they would be triggered. This is the ignorance. It's just raising its hand up to be like, here I am. Yeah, so now masks are for phone calls even. And if you don't wear a mask in a virtual phone call, there's a group of people out there that are just going to freak out. Okay, let's see. Where am I at here? Oh yeah, I am opine more on the face mask thing here because at some point somebody actually believed. This is the reason they're triggered. Somebody believed that they could get sick via a video conference. So they wanted people to wear face masks so they didn't get sick during a video conference. That's why these people are triggered for it's just ugh. The reason I tell people to fact check me as well as everybody else is because I'm human. I make mistakes. I try to tell the truth the best I can and get the truth out there the best I can. Now, there's a lot of other groups, mainstream media, that don't really care. That's why I tell you to fact check them because they have their agenda that they're pushing. They're trying to steer the narrative down a road that they want you to follow. And I'm telling you, do some digging, make your own road. All right, find the truth for yourself. Don't listen to me, don't listen to mainstream media, don't listen to Joe Rogan. All right, he's a great guy, he had a great regimen, but he's not a doctor. Let's see here. Let's see. Biden mumbles and rambles through a press conference that almost literally telling Ukraine that he's not going to do anything. It's just he's showing how weak America is again, and it's not America; it's just the presidency. I don't like Starbucks coffee. I mean, not for any other reason. I just don't like the taste of it. I know a lot of people that love Starbucks. Fine, I have no problem with that. I've never really got into Starbucks coffee because I didn't like the taste of it. That no big, no big any other reason. But I might just go out and buy some Starbucks coffee and give it to somebody who does like the taste of the Starbucks. Because, unlike Carhartt, Starbucks, when they heard SCOTUS said no to the vaccine mandates, Starbucks was like, perfect, we're not going to do it. No, if you want to get vaccinated, you can get vaccinated. If you don't want to get vaccinated, you don't have to get vaccinated. Personal choice. So on that reason alone, I might just go out and buy some Starbucks and give it away to people who like Starbucks coffee to help support what Starbucks is doing, because they're supporting the normal people who just want to make their own choices. A teacher gets fired for not meowing at a student. Meowing. Meow. Because the child identifies as a cat. So this child goes to school, identifies as a cat. The substitute teacher's taking roll call. The child meows at the teacher. The teacher does not meow back. So the teacher gets fired. These are the children that are going to come up and run things. You do understand that. We need to fix this before it gets out of control completely. You ever notice that the left smears anybody and everybody that disagrees with them, and they call them alt-right and worse things? You know why? It's the only swing they got. It's the only thing they can do is call names and try to pin something else on you. That's it. Okay, I already talked about that. That's done. I'm skimming through over things kind of quickly here because I don't feel good. So, oh my God, the other day I almost did a real spit take because somebody referred to Jen Psaki as Peppermint Patty. And for those of you who don't know, you might have to do a little bit of research and digging into Charlie Brown and look up who Peppermint Patty is. She was a very strong-headed, athletic girl who, through confidence, thought she knew just about everything, only to find out that she knew very little, and she just ran on her confidence and athletic ability. Much like Jen Psaki just runs on her confidence and her ability to smash words together to confuse people. But anyway, that made me laugh. The social media is owned by big tech, and the more control they have in the game, the more they censor. And that they will tell people what is and what isn't allowed based solely on their opinions and views. So it gives big tech the ability to allow or deny material based on whether it does or does not align with it. Already, preconceived ideas and views are the lane of choice. So if you come on with something new and they don't like it, you're not in their lane, you're out of there, man. This is the dismantlement of free speech. Big tech saying, fuck the piece of paper that's the Constitution, this is my business and I will run it however I want to. And to a point I agree with that. If you want to have a company like YouTube and say it's our company, we're going to run it how we want, fine. I wouldn't even leave YouTube. I'd keep using it, to be honest. But if you did that, at least people would know where you stood as far as rules and your regulations go. Like I said, I wouldn't leave. I'd stay with it. I'm going to stay with them. I'm going to keep using YouTube. And I know that even though they say they're a free speech platform, they're not really a free speech platform. They have their agenda that they're pushing. And that's fine. I really don't have a problem with it. It is their company to do with as they so feel they want to do. I really feel that way. So. With the narrative crumbling like a house of cards and people tired of the obvious lies, they're actually starting to look for and find the truth. Well, when they do that, they immediately find just how bad the mainstream media has been lying to them. Pfizer asked for 75 years before it was forced to release its information on the vaccine, and was told, no, you have 8 months. Still too long, really, but my big question is, why did they want 75 years before they had to release information about this? Why? Let me see, that'd be like saying, yeah, I'd like to answer you about cheating on you, sweetie, and I will in 75 years. To me, that just sounds like a damn good way to cover shit and get away with it for a long time. Biden takes a second poll aggregate loss at 34%. Oh my God, another massive fail. The entire administration is a shambles because Biden has fucked everything up that he has touched so far. Yet he claims that his administration is doing great at 34% approval. Lower than any other president, I believe, ever. His own Vice President Kamala has no answers. She cackles at everything, even the dire subjects. The entire administration is a continuous clusterfuck and a running joke to the rest of the world. Weak, incompetent, rambling, bumbling, sundowning, circle back toing, right? Neil Young tried an ultimatum to cancel Joe Rogan. He said, take Joe Rogan off or I'm taking all my music down. And Spotify was like, dude, you will never get the views that Joe Rogan has. And if he'd have pushed it, he'd have lost his footing. He would not have been able to stand against Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is just too big. He gets too many views. Too many people actually want to hear what he has to say and actually value what he says. So Neil Young was forced to walk back his ultimatum, and in the end, nothing happened. He ran his mouth trying to cancel Joe, and nothing happened at all, so he just went back quietly and lost. CNN says that it was the Fox reporter's fault that Biden called CNN stupid sons of bitches. I'm not sure how, but CNN is somehow blaming Fox for CNN's fuck ups. The majority of people now say the mainstream media is the enemy of the people, and I think they're right. I mean, they're the ones that have the biggest problem with the people, even worse than Biden. And this is the whole reason I wanted to do this whole fucking thing, was this last little bit. Because when I read this, when I read about it, I couldn't believe it. The FDA ends emergency use of monoclonal antibodies. This is the treatment that everybody has used that has saved them. All the big names, Joe Rogan, Dana White, all of them. The monoclonal antibodies, along with all the other medicines that they put up there, is what is the treatment for Schmovid. Well, the FDA says, even though it works, even though it saves lives, we're not going to let you get it. And they removed it from use. Now, the elites, the uber rich, and the celebrities, I have a feeling they're still going to be able to get it. Me? The small people? Nope. So the FDA has pretty much said, even though there's a way to help people, we're just going to let you die. Fuck the FDA. Truck carrying 100 lab monkeys crashes. A person that helps puts their hand in the cages and ends up getting sick later. Okay, a truck carrying lab monkeys crashes. A person stops to help and puts their hand in the cages because they wanted to actually pet the animals. How fucking dumb do you gotta be? Would you do it? I wouldn't do it. During a time of illness, pandemic, lab monkeys? Really? You're just gonna put your hand in there and pet some fucking lab monkeys, huh? How fucking dumb are you? At this point, it's straight Darwinism across the board. Alright? Now she's in the hospital and she feels ill? No way. Really? You mean after trying to touch lab animals during a fucking pandemic? Really? Fuck me. How fucking dumb are we? Don't even deserve to live as a human race at this point. If this is what our people are doing, if this is the best frontal lobe thinking that people can manage, is to reach in and try to touch a fucking lab animal during a world pandemic, we're fucked. We're fucked. People are too stupid. We need Darwin to step in, come to the plate, and ding nothing but home runs for like a month. If not, we're fucked. If this is what we're going to go to during a pandemic, during a lockdown, during illness and virus and sickness and a crash of lab animals, monkeys, and you want to pet one and then you get sick. Fuck it. You're too dumb. I don't know what to say at this point. Good luck. You're fucked. All right. I'm going to go ahead and take another hit and then probably shut this down. I love you fuckers. Hush. Always remember, you got to be 21 in the state where it's legal to smoke marijuana. If you're not, just don't do it. Let's be smart. Woo. Good hit. If you like my videos, give them a thumbs up, share them. If not, don't worry about it. That's cool. I love you anyway. Like I said, I want you to look shit up for yourself. Don't listen to me or anybody else. All right? Don't let somebody else tell you when to think or how to think. You can do all that by yourself. Find the truth for yourself. Don't trust mainstream media. Don't trust me. Laugh at social media. That's what it's there for. Peace. I love you fuckers. I hope you have a good day. Be careful. Stay high, bitches.